I think if I do LexMas next year, I'm gonna pre-film some videos.
Like your body's in the room, but you're not really there. Like you have empathy inside, but you don't really care. Like you're fresh out of love, but it's been in the air. My best repair. A little bit tired of trying to care when I don't. A little bit tired of quick repairs to cold. A little bit tired of sinking. There's water in my boat. I'm barely breathing, trying to see your float.
Okay, hello all my beautiful, wonderful people. My name is Lexi and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be doing a sleep with me video. My cats have the zoomies. I kicked him out of the room, but he is like banging against the door as he runs around because he's just absolutely psycho right now. But yeah, we're doing a sleeping video slash a sleeping Q&A. I put up a community tab post because I don't have my Instagram account on my iPad because I was never able to get it to go, like I couldn't get my password to work, and I just gave up one day when I was first trying to set it up. But my iPad is like super dead, so it's gonna take a minute for her to come back to life. So it's gonna be a minute till we can start the Q&A. But yeah, we're gonna just do a sleeving video. As you can see, I don't think I've ever mentioned it in my past sleeving videos, but I only sleeve my cars in Dragon Shield. I usually do the white matte, but for Christmas, Mom got me and Oliver a whole bunch of boxes of the white sleeves, the classic. The only difference is the back is glossy on this one, and the back on the matte ones are obviously matte. But other than that, there's no real difference, and I don't think it doesn't really bother me. Plus, they were free or Christmas sleeves because she says specifically for me, she was tired of hearing that I was running out of sleeves in my videos, so she bought some so she wouldn't have to hear that anymore. And she got Oliver some just because I steal all our sleeves. So yeah, we're gonna start with Yuri because sadly Yuri is the smallest like pile. Then we'll do Daewon's pile, then we'll do AT's, and we'll do Purple Kiss last because I now have to double sleeve Purple Kiss. Oh, that's what these sleeves are. I took out the little branding thing, but these are the Kpop stationery hollow dark fantasy sleeves, which I never know if you can actually see in these videos because I can see it, but I really don't know if you guys can, which is so sad. So sad. That's what I hollow sleeve how I double sleeve my Purple Kiss collection. So yeah, let's start with Yuri. The other day, aka yesterday, when I did my mail haul video, I was a little lazy and I didn't take everything out of the clear sleeves. So there are like the sleeves that they came in when they were packaged to me. So I do need to take most of the cards that came in yesterday out of their original sleeves as we do this process. But I'm also going to try to film 3 videos today. I'm trying to like bulk finish LexMas because I'm just kind of a little bit ready to move on. I'm so sorry, guys. Especially because I'm gonna call Shy out. In my last video, I said I was gonna, end LexMas a day early, and Shy was upset with me because she said that this is a democracy and I ruined her right to vote, and so, or I discounted her vote. So I will be going into the first again. I don't know what that last video will be. I have to figure it out. We will do that at some point, but that some point is not today. So on the community tab post, there was one person specifically who replied with some questions. I also know that Nick replied with some questions on Instagram, but I forgot to screenshot them before filming. And like I said, I don't have Instagram on my phone, so I'm very sorry, Nick. I love you. I will save those questions for next time I do a Q&A, and we can answer them then. The post on my community tab has like several questions within the question, so I think that will be really fun. There will be a lot of things that we can talk about, hopefully. But yeah, so I'll be going to the first because I don't want to discount Shy's vote and make her feel bad. And I'm a soft pushover, so yeah, I will be going into the first again. Excuse me for wanting a break. It's so exciting to be sleeving SF9 cards on my channel. Like, I can't believe we're back to this. Like, I can't. I can't believe. These are my Oso Mio cards. This is the first ever K-pop photo card I bought in 2017. It's very damaged. The person was went to Korea for the fan signs during this era. She went to Korea and did an in-person fan sign, and when she came back, this card got severely damaged, as you can tell when she transported it back. And she was like, if anybody just wants to pay like $1 for it, like not even with shipping, just $1 for it in total, you can have it, since she was really upset that it got damaged. And I was like, sure. And that's really what started me on this journey to collecting. They're in order already, and I guess I can just take it off the top. Also, this card right here, I was supposed to be opened in yesterday's mail haul video, but I realized I forgot it after filming. But I didn't want to not put him away because I got him. This is his Feeling Sensation. Like, this is debut era, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because Breaking Sensation, yeah, basically Breaking Sensation, Burning Sensation, O Solo Mio. It's until Mamma Mia that they stopped doing matte cards. Definitely Feeling Sensation, and it's so cute. I can't believe I have it again. It feels crazy to have that card again. We're gonna use the new white sleeves because we opened them the other day instead of opening this box, just because they're already open. But yeah, so we're just gonna go through the questions that were asked. But how did you first get into K-pop, and what was the first group or song that got you hooked? I became a fan of K-pop in 2014. It was my freshman year in high school. My best friend at the time, who actually we're no longer friends, was like a big K-pop-y. Like, she had been listening to K-pop like for many years before I met her. And her old groups were SHINee, BAP, and later on when 17 debuted, 17 and FX. Like, those were her main groups. Oh, and she really liked IU. And I'm the type of person that, like, if I become friends with somebody, like, I want to relate to their hobbies. And even if I don't, like, end up liking them in the end, I do always, like, try to sample and try to get into things that my friends are into. Just because I know it's, like, more fun to do things with friends. So when she told me that she really liked K-pop, I tried to get into it a little bit. At first, I was like, I don't really like K-pop. And then I discovered... What was the first song that I said I liked? I think the first song I ever said that I liked was actually Secret. And that's why they're one of my, like, old groups. They're a group that I think about trying to start, like, an archive collection for all the time. But I just think it would be so impossible. They're a second-gen group. Like, they were from TS Entertainment, which is the same company that BAP came from. So if you know anything about the BAP situation, the Secret situation was honestly somehow even worse, and the BAP wasn't that great either. It was their song Starlight Moonlight. I might put a little clip in here, not too much so I don't get copyrighted, but just a little sample. That was the first song that I was like, oh, I could maybe get to this genre. And my friend was like, my friends kind of teased me. They were like, that's the song that you chose? And I was like, what? I think it was a vibe. I thought it was fun. And then from there, I got recommended a Beast song, actually. And the Beast song I got recommended was Fiction. Beast was one of my old groups for a very, very long time. If you don't know, though, one of the members who is now kicked out and is actually the one dating Hyuna was caught up in the Burning Sun scandal, and I think that was a big part of the reason why I left K-pop for a while, because I just felt so upset and so burnt after that. He wasn't convicted of, like, necessarily doing anything. He was just a part of the group chat, and in my personal opinion, I know everybody has different opinions on this, But in my personal opinion, you are just as much to blame if you knew your friends were doing it and did nothing, just as much as the person who, you know, actually committed the crimes. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now. But Fiction by Beast, and that album was the album that got me into K-pop. I listened to it so much. I listened to that. I bought it on iTunes when iTunes still existed, and I would literally just go on walks just so I could listen to that album on repeat. I loved it. Loved. And then I discovered Ailey, who became, like, as you guys know, one of my favorite K-pop people in general. I freaking love Miss Ailey. Just a queen. So that's kind of what started it for me. So I had a friend, and then YouTube things, and just kept discovering things from YouTube. So what is your favorite K-pop comeback of the year so far? There was a lot of good comebacks of the year. I think 비비보라. I think if I had to, like, really, like, choose one comeback, it would be SF9's 비비보라. I love the album as a whole. Like, every song on that album I love. I absolutely love. It is the reason that I am come back to my home, my roots of being a fantasy. I think the music video is stunning. Superconductor, Daewon has a solo song on the album. I learned that recently. Literally, it was so funny. I was driving to work. It was like one of the last days before, like, work ended for the year, and I was like listening to Superconductor again. I think it was the same day that I posted the, like, you know, restarting my SF9 collection. I was driving to work because I had talked about that song so much in that video that I was like, I want to listen to 비비보라. I want to listen to Superconductor because I talked about it so much. And so I did, and I was like, man, do I just not know, like, SF9's voices anymore? Because I'm usually, when I get into a group, like, I'm pretty good about, like, being able to pick out the members' voices and stuff. I was like, has it just been that long since I've been into SF9? Do I not recognize anybody else's voice but Daewon's? And so I finally looked it up, and that song is just Daewon. Like, that's Daewon's song. And then I found out that Chani made the choreo for him, and I think that's so cool. I love that. I love that Chani is still, like, making choreo. It makes me wonder if Youngbin's done any of the choreo recently. I'm not super caught up in things like that right now. Like, I'm still obviously catching back up with SF9, but yeah, I just thought that was really cool. It made me really happy. But I think that would be my favorite boy group comeback. My favorite girl group comeback, we'll do that. We'll do my favorite boy group comeback, we'll do my favorite girl group comeback, and then we'll do my favorite soloist comeback of the year. Definitely my favorite soloist comeback of the year, or, like, debut, because I guess it's technically her debut, was Uki Solo. Oh my god, Uki Solo is so fucking good. Oh my god, I still love that album to this day. I think about restarting my idol collection like once or twice a month, but I'm trying to be really good and not start any collections until next year, maybe. But I think her album was so good. I think it fit her personality very well. She did a very good job of, like, you know, finding her style outside of idol And then also just like my only complaint about the album is that all the songs felt really short. That's my only complaint, which seems to be a new trend in music, especially K-pop in general. Like they keep making the song shorter and shorter for no good reason really, other than to make us salty or make me salty. Yes, because they're specifically targeting me, right? That's totally not what they're doing, but that's how it feels sometimes. Yeah, I really, really loved that comeback. I thought it was so good. Red Rover is
It's my energy, got no sympathy. You should be worried, you should be scared of me. I got a chip on my shoulder, break you down and fuck you over, baby. Red Rover. Now ain't it fun to say it? I'm not like those other women, no. I don't wanna be the hero, don't you know that I'm the villain?
still probably one of my favorite songs of the year, if not like my overall favorite song of the year. I don't know, it's just so good. Now for girl group, I think, you know, I want to do an honorable mention. Okay, we're gonna do honorable mentions next. Okay, I pulled up my 2024, like best of 2024 playlist. It's a little bit outdated because I haven't updated it recently, but I'm going through that. I feel like the obvious answer would be to say Golden Hour Part 2, but is it my overall favorite of the year? I was supposed to be doing girl group. I got distracted by boy groups again. I forgot what group I was working on. I think in terms of comebacks or like albums, girl group albums, it was TTYL by Lucemble.
I see you falling. Oh mama, how bad you want me? You better leave me tonight. I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later. 설레지 is real. 알고 싶니 how I feel? You already know the deal. 들킨 네 마음은 That's right. Better move forward alright. If you wanna take my love, better keep on talking.
I love TTYL by Lucemble. I think that entire album was really good. It is upsetting that it might be like our last Lucemble album, but I guess if they had to go, they at least went with a bang, right? I don't know. Cries? I feel like it got really dark all of a sudden. But I think they did fantastic on that album. I think they did such a good job. My favorite songs are definitely TTYL, Cotton Candy, and Confessions. Like when they came out with the Confessions like little MV,
널 데려와 보려고 되살아와 날 밀고 당기며 계속 날려보려고 솔직히 말해
my world stopped. My world stopped actually, like in 4K. Like it just, I couldn't believe it. My Luna collection's one that I think about picking up again all the time, like multiple times a day. I keep going back and forth. I didn't show you guys this in the mail haul because I was embarrassed. But I did buy this Yeojin first press actually card from her solo album, and I was so excited about it. I love her. She's still in the top loader, but I didn't want to show you guys because I didn't want you guys to be like, Lexi, I thought we weren't collecting Yeojin. And the answer is I think yes, but also look at her. She's so pretty. I also just like, I don't know what to do. Because if I collect Yeojin, I would want to collect Eve, because I think if I picked up Luna again, I would collect Yeojin, Eve, and Hyunjin, which I think is so crazy because Hyunjin was not even like originally a part of my like top bias list in Luna, but she is now, and I absolutely love and adore her. Some other albums that I want to mention, of course, Purple Kisses, Headway, I love it. I love ATEEZ's Golden Hour Part 2. Love that. Oh, Sanha, his solo debut was really good. I listened to that mainly because of Mom, because Astro is Mom's group, but that was so good. I loved Ha Sung-woon's Blessed album. That really surprised me because I was unsure of it, especially the title track Blessed I was unsure about, but his song Mystery, so good. I don't love Lee Yoonjin's like whole album, but I do definitely love Small Girl, which made me start listening to Dio again, who is my technically my EXO bias, and so I really loved that. I already talked about SF9's album. Oh, Actong Musician, they had their first comeback in a while. That song, their album for that, Hero and stuff, was so good. Young's solo album, It Is Love, Traveling Fish, so good. Loved that. We had a lot of good music this year, in my opinion. The Cosmic by Red Velvet was another good album. Signatures, I Like, and Pudodong was good. Sadly, it's a disbandment song, but all of us kind of saw that coming. Loved Zombie by Everglow. Oh my god, Eve solo. Both of them. But especially her debut solo. I think Loop is my favorite. I'm so proud of her. She's doing so well in the like K indie space, and she's just killing it, and I'm so proud of her. And she looks so happy to be making music that she loves, and like, could you want anything more for your idol? I don't think so. Like, I think she's doing great. Love her. And then we have, oh, I also love Triple S's full debut. One Wee's album this year was so good. What's it called? Reminiscence? Beautiful. It's the one with Beautiful Ashings and Counting the Stars. That one was really good. I really loved Eunice's debut. The only reason I kind of stopped standing Eunice was because the fact that the members were so young was getting to me. It was kind of creeping me out, especially when the youngest member lost her tooth. That freaked me out. I'm sorry, that freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, you are literally a child. You should not. Like, this is not okay. I've Switch was released this year. That was iconic. Ice Queen, Ascendio. Some of Ive's best B-sides, honestly. Look at the back of that card. I still think it's so cool. Also, I just realized, why is Sungwoon in the 80s pile? Okay, we're gonna throw him over there. Oh, Wendy's second solo album came out this year. I really liked it. Wish You Hell was really good, and his cart isn't yours.
Try to win me back again. Yeah, and I should be okay driving away with somebody else. So why do I wish it? Were you here if on my eyes I shouldn't keep on hoping? So I'm going out instead. Now it's 8 o'clock and I'm waiting on this good guy to come pick me up. I just wanna have a good night. He's pulling up, oh my god, I see the headlights. And he opens my door, but his car isn't. It's not you anymore in my drive.
I love that song. I think I like that song more than the title track. It is one of my favorite songs that came out this year. Yena's DNA was really good. That was their Japanese release. I thought that was really good. I also did like BXX by Purple Kiss and One of a Kind by Lou Symbol, but they weren't my favorite releases from them, but they do have a lot of good songs on there. Oh, Idol's Super Lady came out this year. That's right. That came out at the beginning of the year. Oh my gosh, and Dash.
I wanna dash, I wanna run it, dash. I wanna dash, I wanna run it, dash. I wanna dash, I wanna run it, dash. I wanna run it, dash. I wanna dash, I wanna run it, dash. Ooh, speed up to the max. Ooh, 심장은 beating fast. Ooh, go out the way. Dash, I wanna run it.
I forgot that came out this year because those were like in the early part of the year. Oh my gosh. Dash, oh, that's also a contender. That album is so good. That album is probably NMIX's best album so far. I think they did phenomenal. Like, that album was NMIX. I still love Lily. I still love them. They're so great. I miss them. That is not a collection I think about picking up, actually, because I'm just so over JYP and his bullshit. That album, Running for Roses, Boom, Passion Fruit, Dash, Sonar, all the tracks on that album are so good. Okay, I gotta move on from this question or else I could be sitting here talking about it for literally the rest of my life. Which K-pop group do I think has the most unique concept and why? If I'm completely honest, I feel like for a decent amount of groups, this might be controversial, we don't get like as much play into concepts as we used to do. Like we still do, like there's groups like aespa. I don't really like aespa. That's a personal opinion, like personal preference. I don't know, I just don't vibe with their music. I really wish I did, because like I said, they are one of the few groups that I feel like still really has a strong concept and a strong identity. I would say Red Velvet still does too, and I'm a like on again off again Red Velvet stan. Like some of their albums I really like, and some of them I don't like as much. It really just depends on the album. Like I really liked Cosmic. I really loved Cosmic, but I did not like Chill Kill. And I think that's unpopular to say that, but it is what it is. But if I had to choose of the groups I stan, I guess it would be ATEEZ. I think ATEEZ, especially in their music videos, sticks to their concept really well. They play with it a lot. I would have said Purple Kiss, but I feel like we've been like, I feel like with Festa and BXX, I think a lot of plurries talk about this. I think I've talked about it before, that Purple Kiss kind of lost their identity a little bit with those two, and they were just playing to the masses. Plus, I think there was a little bit of a time factor into that, because at the time, Yuki was doing things with Elzop, which now is basically, we all know, is not existent. So I feel like Mnet wasted the group's times by, yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into how I feel about Elzop and wanting to murder Mnet at any given moment all the time, because that's a separate story. Yeah, I feel like they lost their identity a little bit. I think with Headway, we're getting back to their core and their identity. So maybe one day I would switch it. I don't feel like Yuri has like a strong concept that she sticks with. I feel like Yuri just makes music that she likes and that she wants to make. And that's the kind of concept I like. Like I'm not one for groups that have like one concept and you stick with that one concept. I'm the type of person that I'm like, make what you want to make and have fun with it. Like I love a good genre blend. I love groups. Like my favorite group concept was Gugudon, and like that was because Gugudon, and like this is not even just from a like Gugudon is my olds and like I want them to come back, but also kind of, but like Gugudon's concept was the theater. So their concept was going to the theater. That's why all their albums are Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, and Act 5. Because it was supposed to be like every comeback was like going to the theater and watching a new show. And I just think people weren't ready for that, because around that time was also Red Velvet, and it was when Red Velvet was first starting their career. And everybody was like, oh, they're not going to succeed because they have the two separate concepts and nobody's going to like that. But I think it's beautiful, because I think it gives you variety. It gives you the opportunity to grow as an artist and not pigeonhole you into this one set sound that you may or may not hate in 10 years. If you want to have longevity in your career, I don't know. But I also think a concept that I've been really liking as a fan from the outside, who doesn't know much about the group, who only just sees like things on Instagram and occasionally hears their music pop up on my Spotify, that's extra.
Left, right, everywhere we go, we pull up on the left, right, busting up slow. I'm a one gadget, with the right, I'm switch lanes like this, spin it out and flip, cruising down like we be on a trip. Boy, just follow my flow, don't matter where we go. Oh, the only direction I know. Want your body scrubbing left, right. I want your body moving left, right. You keep me up, my heart is beating up and down, spinning round and round.
Y'all, them girls are beautiful. Their styling is out of this world. Their styling, their vibe, just like their uniqueness is so crazy and so good. I really want to get into them, but I'm also terrified to get into them because I'm scared. I don't know. I'm a little scared to get into groups because I feel like I don't know how to be chill with getting into groups, and I always start trying to collect too early. I'm trying not to do that, but I do really think they're really cool, and I like seeing what they're doing. But that's like that's an outsider looking in, so I don't know much about their concept. I just know that they look really cool, and their songs are usually good, and their fashion is really fun. Like, I miss when K-pop was experimental, like XG is. If you could collab with any K-pop group or artist, who would it be and what type of project would you create? I always have thought, okay, so I have two answers for this question. One of the things that I've always thought about doing, and I thought that could be really fun, would be making like one of those like idol shows, but with fans. The idols go kind of like actually more like Running Man, but with idols and fans. So essentially we'll take ATs for example, since I'm working on doing their cards. You would have 8 ATs fans, 8 ATini, and ATs as 8. And they would compete against each other. And I don't know what the prize would be at the end, but I thought that would be really fun, to just kind of see like how fans work together and how the groups work together and how that go, but make it like a competition, right? So like Running Man, where like there's a prize at the end and like the challenges get harder as you go. I don't know. I just always thought that would be really fun to watch, and even like gets like fans involved. And you could also see how the groups interact, like the members interact with fans. I don't know. I thought that could be like a really fun show kind of concept. Now, in terms of music, can I go back to Gugadon? Can you tell I've been in my missing Gugadon feels? I think it would be so fun. Since there's so many groups, like Wuji Sonia is doing it. Not Wuji Sonia. G-Friend is doing it. Yeah, G-Friend is doing it. Girls' Generation did it. But I think it would be so fun. It would have to be next year, because I'm pretty sure Gugadon either debuted in 2016 or 2017. It would have to be soonish. I would want to do like a 10th anniversary like reunion thing for Gugadon. I would think that would be so cool. I would make it to where we'd start the year with a project. We would have Act 6 come out. We would continue a little bit of like where we left off with New Action, that sort of concept. And we would have like a couple fan meets, like get them interacting with fans again, just kind of revive the community, revive it, get the girls like all on stage again. And then we would have Act 7, and I would want Act 7 to be kind of completely different for them. I would want it to be something that people wouldn't have been expecting, but also a closing to the story, like to their acts. So that way, I don't know, we had one last hurrah, a thank you, a something or another. And then it would end in December with a concert. I think that would be so much fun. I think it would give fans a little bit of closure, maybe me a little bit of closure from missing them so much. But also it would provide them with a little bit more opportunities and get them doing things. I don't know if that actually could ever happen. Most of the girls aren't really doing music anymore. Mimi and Thunder did release like a little solo song like after their wedding, and Sejong obviously does music. Nayoung does musical theater now, and Haven did a project 2 years ago. I think it was 2022, excuse me, where she did like a song on the month. Like she released a little solo song on Spotify every month. Those are really good. I highly suggest checking them out. And then she was being a vocal coach, but I don't even think she's doing that anymore. I really just think she's an Instagram influencer now, which honestly, power to her. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. I think that's what I would do. If I could do Purple Kiss's next album, we would go back to a mix of Mem Mem and Into Violet. I think that's what their next comeback needs to be, to keep getting fans hooked. And then after that, we would go back to more of a zombie, like Geekyland era kind of vibe. Because I think having the juxtaposition is very nice and gives a group longevity in terms of their music and what they can and cannot produce, instead of pigeonholing them into one specific sound until they eventually burn out and don't want to make music anymore. My personal opinion on that. The next question is, if you were to learn a K-pop dance, which one would it be? I'm not a dancer in the slightest. I am not good at it. I can't. In high school, my friends wanted me to learn Catalina, the Orange Caramel song, Orange Caramel's Catalina, and I did awful. and they had me perform it with them in front of our peers. And I was like, after that, I was like, nah, I don't dance. I don't like dancing. I tried last year when I turned 25 to learn Song Ji-eun's Pretty Age of 25. Again, I love Secret. That wasn't her debut. That was her second solo song. But it was one of the first K-pop songs I listened to because it was one of the Secret members, obviously. And I was always like, when I turned 25, it's kind of like the equivalent of like when people turn 22, they always want to play like the Taylor Swift songs. Like Taylor Swift fans always want to play 22 on their 22nd birthday. I wanted to dance to Pretty Age of 25 on my 25th birthday. I did not. I did listen to the song a lot on my 25th birthday, but I did not, in fact, learn to dance to it or do that. I think at this point, if I could learn any dance, if I like actually made myself learn to dance, I think I would try to learn a Purple Kiss dance. I think I would try to learn maybe Sweet Juice. I just think it would be really fun. What K-pop song do I have on repeat right now? I actually haven't been listening to much music the past couple weeks. I guess if I had to choose one thing right now, I say that, but the past couple of nights since I've been watching Squid Games, what I've been listening to is I guess it's not mine. Somebody else made it, but I use it. Somebody else made the playlist, but I used the playlist. But it's all of Yuri's like solo song playlist. I don't know. I've been in my Yuri feels, so I've been listening to that playlist a lot lately. But like in terms of individual songs, I don't really think I have any on repeat right now. Near the end of the year, I get a little bit burnt out on music because I've been just like listening to music nonstop. I know at the beginning of the month I guess not at the beginning of the month, or I guess at the end of November when Golden Hour Part 2 came out, your girl was listening to
Sometimes you gotta move forward, just take it step by step, and then you'll notice you found your place.
enough like every day, all the time, without stop. So I guess that's the most recent song I had on repeat. What K-pop trend do you think is here to stay, and which one do you think will fade out? Honestly, the nature of trends are to fade out. So I think there are a lot of trends, most of the K-pop trends will fade out. I think in terms of like business moves, things like a lot of things will stay. So like, of course, we're gonna keep having the 14,000 million pops. I think that will be a trend that stays until we all just stop buying things altogether. And then maybe they will slow down on that, but I don't see that happening. Another trend that I'm hoping from a business standpoint, I think will probably stay until fans start really like uprising against it. But again, you would have to stop supporting your idol fully, and I don't think, like, as fans, that's just not in our nature to just like completely cold turkey unless it's very much necessary. Like, we've seen it happen, like Luna and stuff. Like, we've seen it happen. If it's necessary to full stop supporting, you know, fans will do it, but not because we want to. But I think the trend of songs getting shorter and shorter and shorter is going to be a thing because they're catering to TikTok. Because especially after 50/50 song went viral because of TikTok, and they got like started getting a name to themselves and stuff, I think other companies have been trying to like emulate that. And so in order for you to be a TikTok sensation, you have to have a short snippet of the song go viral. And if your songs are like super, super long, it's not necessarily gonna help you. But at the same time, if they're a musician, the song should be long. It becomes one of those things where it's like, what's more important, getting new fans or keeping existing fans? And I think that's what we companies have to start deciding. I also think there's a toxic thing in K-pop where if you're not mega viral and like mega successful, you're gonna fail and you're not doing enough as an idol. But I also think that has to do with the contracts, right? Because until they hit that mega stardom, EXO or Blackpink or BTS, like some of those things are unattainable, but like being a relatively household name in Korea, at least, if not internationally, you know, they will never pay off. Essentially, they're slave contracts. I don't care what we call them, but they're essentially slave contracts. And therefore, they will never be able to make any money on their own. And so, of course, they want all these fans. And so the appeal shifts to being more of a, we need more new fans versus we need to just keep the fans that we have. Also, I was too busy jabbing that I forgot that these don't need hollow sleeves. So that's a trend that I would like to see leave, but I think it's going to keep going with the popularity of TikTok. Unless it gets banned in the US, I think that could shift because a lot of the international focus isn't on Europe or like Australia. It's on making it in the US, like getting mainstream in the US. I don't know. I think it's because they think and we just spend our money, which I mean is not necessarily wrong, not necessarily right. That's another discussion we can have. What are some things that I think will fade out? You know, honestly, I can't think of anything from the past year. I was kind of like on the outskirts of K-pop this year. Like I wasn't really super deep into it. So, because I don't know, a lot of shit happened in K-pop this year. And so I was just like checking in when I was in the mood. So I can't tell you. I actually don't have a really good answer for this. Ooh, who's your favorite bias that you don't collect? Yeojin and Eve. Yeojin and Eve are my two favorite biases. Like after everybody that I collect, because like my current list I think would be like Swan / the rest of Purple Kiss, Yosangmini / the rest of ATEEZ, and then Yuri. But the three of them, depending on who's in my field, who I'm in my fields more, switch. But then after that, I think it would be Yeojin and Eve. Then I think it would be, we'll do top 10. So yeah, so Yeojin and Eve would be 4. And then 5 would be Twice or Jungyeon and Chewy in that situation, like if we're talking specifically biases. So that's 5. 6 would be Seungkwan from 17. I fucking love Seungkwan so much. I can't with Hype. I really, really just can't. 7 would be Chaeyeon. I've been loving her solo career. I'm a little sad about her having to sit out. I hope she recovers well. Like, I hope she doesn't just, like, try to push herself past her injury. And then I would say probably Soyeon / Uki from Idol. But I think my number 1 right now would be Eve and Yeojin. I don't know. I tend to watch the most amount of stuff for them outside, like of the groups outside of my main groups. Like those two are the ones that I keep up with the most, that I check on the most. Like I was watching all the little things from Yeojin's like little solo Christmas like day fan meeting event. That was really cute. So yeah, and that is all we have time for. There were more questions. Thank you so much for giving me so many, because it got me through this video and helped out a lot. But we are officially done sleeving, and I'm going to take a little mini break, and then I'm going to film the storing. You guys won't see the storing until tomorrow. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching this video of LexMas. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until the next video, I hope you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and keep collecting. Bye guys!